Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you all had a great holiday, nice long weekend, enjoyed yourselves. I know it's been nice here. I hope it's been nice where you guys are. So, this is kind of going to be the new Wednesday routine where we do kind of let's discuss with things that are happening with different celebrity and influencers. And if it's going to be a long stream, we can watch, a video from YouTube from an influencer if we're going to talk about them, kind of thing. Tonight will be a little bit shorter. We have 3 topics. We're going to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards, who actually, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is airing right now. I have it on record so I can watch it. And she actually put an IG story up about what's going to happen. There's been a lot going on with the Beverly Hills cast, with Garcelle, Diana, Lisa Rinna, and Kyle. So we're going to discuss Kyle tonight. I know AT2 has covered a lot of the Garcelle Diana stuff, so definitely check out his channel if you're interested in that. He's been covering it very well and easy to understand because there's a lot to it. We're also going to talk about Jen Shah, who is a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She will be starting her court case in 2 weeks, so we are definitely going to be covering her court case. I don't think it will be aired, so unfortunately we'll have to get the reports each day and kind of discuss the Jen Shah court case. But we're going to talk a little bit about her going to her pretrial hearing yesterday. And then Ricky Martin, good old Ricky Martin. Apparently he got slapped with a restraining order. So we're going to talk about that tonight too. So let's see. Hello, Miranda. Hello, Lucky. Hello, Mike. And I know Pope's backstage, making sure I stay on track with everything. Hello, everybody that's here. So first up, we'll talk a little bit about Miss Kyle, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. There's a lot of drama going on. And, of course, Kyle, who's the OG of Beverly Hills, had to put her little input in to what is airing tonight and Garcelle's party last week and how she felt about it. So this is what she put on her IG story yesterday. She puts, "Hey guys, I want to share some things with you about this week's episode that's airing right now. I have not seen it yet, but have seen the clips floating around online. First, let's address my comment to Sutton. When Diana was sharing her story about having a miscarriage, I was taken aback because I felt like Sutton wasn't letting Diana have her moment to share what she had just recently gone through. I had obviously had a few drinks and didn't express myself clearly, and I was disappointed in the way I handled myself altogether." She definitely had a couple of drinks because she was doing the split that she said she was never going to do, bouncing on the floor like she had too many drinks. When I woke up the next morning, I thought about what happened the night before, and I realized that maybe Sutton was sharing her story with Diana to connect with her in some way. I immediately called Sutton and apologized to her. I considered Sutton a close friend and care about her a lot. Sutton accepted my apology and we moved on, which I watched the first half hour before I came live. They did get together and have like a little lunch. And I think what people don't realize is the way Sutton connects with somebody. So like when they were on the boat the previous week and Diana was sharing her story about how her brother had died in her previous country that she lived in at a young age, Sutton was like, "Oh, I went through something terrible. My dad shot himself, trigger warning. And that's her way of connecting. So when Diana was saying that she had a miscarriage, that was Sutton's way of connecting by saying, oh yeah, I had two. Though it kind of did seem very like, well, I had one, well, I had two, I one-upped you kind of thing. That's how Sutton connects. And not a lot of people understand that. Some people, want to comfort a friend when they're going through something. Some people have to find a way to connect with that person is feeling with to understand how that person is feeling with. So that is how Sutton deals with it. It's not necessarily the best approach to understanding what someone is going through, but that's just how she is. And there's a little bit more. So Kyle continues with this. Now on to the clip where Mauricio, PK, Dorit, and I are discussing Erica's behavior at Garcelle's party. I had not seen what Erica said to Jax in person, but was told about it the following day, along with some funny moments as well. When I said it was not funny, but it was funny, I meant Erica being drunk was funny, but what she said to Jax was not funny. I hope you know me well enough by now to know I certainly do not condone speaking to children like that. Erica was very much tipsy. As we saw on the boat last episode, if you haven't seen it, Erica is now on a new set of medication. She was mixing her new set of medication with alcohol. And when you are on a new set of medication, you might not know what alcohol will do to it. It does say, take caution if you're drinking kind of thing, but people don't realize what it can do. Erica said, she said, well, fuck off then to a 14-year-old boy. And it was very rude, but she was drunk. And yes, she shouldn't have said it. It was definitely very rude. And she was trying to hit on Garcelle's other son, Oliver, who's married with 4 kids. And Erica was a mess. She needs to learn what alcohol and mixing her prescription meds do together. Hopefully, she can look back at this and say, oh my God, I look like a fucking moron, and realize mixing her medication and alcohol is not a good combination. She's also going to court very soon, so she might want to cut back on the drinking and looking like a fucking fool too. But that's a whole nother topic with Miss Erica. And it continues with, we are all parents and certainly wouldn't want anyone speaking to any of our children like that. Until Mexico, we had never seen Erica drink like that. So it was new behavior we were seeing. I think while focusing on that, the more important issue was being minimalized. Anyways, I never post things like this, but I felt absolutely terrible watching these clips, so I wanted to share with you, Kyle. So I get her point of wanting to kind of get it out there before it aired and everything. I understand. With everything that is happening with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there is a lot of opinions being thrown out there, especially with the whole Garcelle and Diana situation. It started off with Diana going on to a Black content creator's Instagram and saying it must be hard to be a Black content creator. And that started things to cycle. And who's taking Diana's side, who's taking Garcelle's. And it's just a whole mess right now. Like I said, AT2 is covering that the best. And he has other people come up on his panel, tell their opinions. It's a really good, he's covered at least 3 different times that I've watched. So definitely check out RHOSLC if you're interested in that whole situation. But it's a mess. So everyone's being scrutinized right now extra. So I think Kyle put out that statement today, or yesterday, I should say, because she knew she was going to get scrutinized for the clips tonight and last week. I get why she wanted to do it. I understand. And hey, everyone's allowed to their opinion, and people are going to take it whatever way they're going to take it. Hello, Coffee. How are ya? Yeah, she's on some new meds, Miss Erica, and she was mixing it with alcohol, and it was like Erica drinks. I've seen Erica how many seasons now. She can drink, but I don't think she realizes with the meds how it affected her. Because the day that they were on the boat, she had been drinking in the morning before they got on the boat. Then she got on the boat, and the whole time she slept. Or she was trying to sleep, but yet talking while laying down on the couch and just making no sense at all. Yeah, it's definitely something to learn with. I know with me and my medicine that I'm on for my epilepsy, it did take me a long time to realize I can't get completely blackout drunk like I like, because it'll affect my medicine. It can affect me having a seizure the next day, and it's not a good thing. So I don't drink, and if I do drink, it is a special occasion. Like I did drink on 4th of July, but I had 5 mixers of Jack Daniels and Coke, and I was fine. I was just a little buzzed, and I was having a good time, and, didn't wake up hungover the next morning, just woke up sore and no seizure. So that's a good thing. But you learn through time. If that took me, at least from my first one, getting really drunk on the medication, that was 6 years ago that I learned how to deal with it. So I think hopefully Erica will see how sloppy she looks. Hopefully, looking back at these episodes and think, God damn, I'm a sloppy drunk mixed with this medication, and it's not doing me any good. Because, she's bad. It was bad. It's a different Erica that we've all have not seen, too. Yes, I can see where Kyle said it was kind of funny, because what she was saying, it was kind of funny, but then it got taken too far. So, that's just how that is. So that is the scoop with Miss Kyle Richards. And we are going to move on to Miss Jen Shah. So I did make this little side thing for our next topic. I have to add music. So right now, there's no music, but this is for my time stamping for after the live is over. Okay, so our next beautiful housewife that we are talking about tonight is Jen Shah from Salt Lake City. Now, we are going on to season 3, which probably will air in fall, winter time. But as we saw in season 2, they were on a girls' trip. She got a phone call and said it was a family emergency. But then the next day, well, they discussed it on the bus, which we found out before season 2 aired, that she had gotten arrested. And this is her leaving that day out of the jail after she turned herself in. So she is part of, well, it's a whole mess of things, but it's a scheme where she frauded elderly people. It's a big thing that the FBI had come to the bus. As soon as she left, after that phone call, the FBI raided the bus. And we all saw it on season 2. And it scared the living shit out of all the other housewives. Well, she had her pretrial hearing yesterday. So she showed up for her pretrial hearing, which was the last one before the trial begins for this telemarketer fraud trial. And jury selection will start on July 18th. And Judge Sydney Steen told Jen's team and prosecutors that the trial will start at 9:30 a.m. with the jury selection. So I cannot wait to see jury selection. I know with like the Johnny Depp, Amber, there's a whole thing going on with Amber Heard right now where she's trying to get it thrown out because one of the juries, they typed down the wrong date of birth. And I do know they went with older people who thought maybe they didn't know Johnny Depp's movies. I wonder if they will do the same with the Jen Shah court case, where people that don't know her from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So that'll be interesting to see the jury selection and all of that. But they're thinking that this case might take between 2.5 or 3 weeks, while the defense said that their case might take from 1.5, 2 weeks. So it's going to be at least a good month of this trial. And at least 5 whole weeks of a trial, not counting jury deliberation, which could take a day, 2 days, a month, a week. It really all depends on the jury. Now, the judge made it clear that he expected trial proceedings to go efficiently and respectfully. And he made comments after both sides engaged in procedural bar trading that this is not going to be a trial of surprises. Surprise in this context does not make sense. So everyone needs to settle down about this case, as he says. I think people are more intrigued with this case because we don't really know what Jen does. We know that she has a business, and when people have asked, do you know what Jen does? They don't really know how to explain it. And Jen herself does not know how to explain it either. So I think people are more interested to see what Jen does, how this scheme came into play with the whole telemarketing scheme, and how she defrauded hundreds of victims. And there were people whom were over the age of 55. So it's really a sketchy business that she has. And people are interested. I mean, she's a Real Housewife, so she's getting publicity because of that, but also because of what she does. We don't really know what she does. And now we find out she was running a scheme this whole time. A lot of people are also talking about how she showed up to court. So she was rocking like a $2,000 handbag, and people were like, all right, so you ran this whole telemarketing scheme and you come into the courthouse wearing all Gucci with this $2,000 Gucci bag on your arm. Like, maybe you should have dulled it down. I do have a photo to show you guys of what she was wearing. I mean, fashion-wise, she didn't look bad, but she had a nice big bag on her arm. So this was a tweet that was put out, and I'm trying to make my computer screen bigger so I can read it for you guys. This is from Material Guy. It's the optics for me. Why would Jen Shah show up to court dripped in Gucci, especially when you're going to be on trial for fraudulently? obtaining millions of dollars. Her and Erica are some clowns. Erica being the one we just talked about on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because she's the one that's she's in her own court case with her 70-year-old ex-husband who was a lawyer who used money from clients to buy Erica lots of jewelry and scam them from money. So she's going through her own court battles as well as Jen. So people are talking about, why would she dress like this? This one says, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reality TV star Jen Shah arrived at Manhattan Federal Court Tuesday afternoon for the final pretrial conference before her trial this month on counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering and long-running telemarketing scheme. And she looks all dressed up in Gucci. And then Amber Nicole says, finding out Jen Shah wasn't allowed to take a plea deal really makes me think about this a tiny bit differently. Like, still fully thinking she's guilty, but it was just interesting to me. Most people get plea deals, so to not get a plea deal, yes, is very interesting. And there was some replies to this that I like. Oh, this is hers, saying also, like, everyone commenting about Jen showing with a $2,000 handbag. Like, I don't know. I feel like that has to be one of her cheaper bags. Like, I don't know. I don't see the issue with it. Like, she could have showed up with someone way more luxurious and expensive. Like, of course, she's delusional, but I don't know, felt like she could have been more obnoxious in her designer court items. She definitely could have been. I mean, if you guys watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, she likes to dress very elaborate, very big, bold, show me who I am, show you what I got kind of person. That's just how she is. She's always decked out in jewelry, big items, like her closet. When they showed her closet season 1, oh my God, she had so many things. So she's one of those people to kind of throw it in your face. It's always a mess when you go to jail. That is true. It is. And you can't explain what you do for work. That means you know what you are doing is shady. Exactly. And nobody that was close to her could explain. Like, I remember the season 1. It was season 1 of Salt Lake City reunion. And they asked one of her other housewife mates what she did, and she was like just tiptoeing around what Jen did. Well, she does this, but I don't really know if she does this. And it was like, wait, what? It didn't make any sense at all. And then we see that she's getting arrested, or she turned herself in, and we knew that they were filming season 2. So we kind of find out all through season 2 of what was happening, and it still made no sense to what Jen did. But yet here she is making millions and millions of dollars, dressed in all the finest, fashion designers and all these jewelry. And I mean, her husband is a coach for a professional team, but that's still not a lot of money compared to all the items that she was flaunting at everybody. So it was really, I always thought there was something off about her. And she's known to be one of the bigger drama starters of Salt Lake City. She likes to scream, yell, get loud, and start fights. And she's not afraid to throw hands. That's Jen Shah for you. I mean, I'm surprised she's not been in court for starting a fight, because that's just how she is. So, So yeah, I mean, we will be definitely keeping an eye out on her court case, and definitely interested to see what actually went on. Now, her assistant, who was like her best buddy, always by her side, he was also placed in top tier, alleged to own and operate a floor in Manhattan that served as a hub for the telemarketing scheme. And he's talking. He's not holding back, and he's talking against her, and he's letting it all out. So this is going to be very interesting. I do have a video too that showed this lovely lady leaving her pretrial hearing the other day.
How do you feel about your former first assistant, Stuart Smith, taking the stand against you? You described him effectively as your right hand, and now he's supposed to testify against you.
So yeah, I mean, he is testifying against her now. So she might feel a little nervous knowing that he knows all of her secrets and doesn't know what he's going to say on the stand. Who was the other housewife that was caught doing funny money business? There's been a couple housewives that have had funny money businesses. Teresa Giudice was the one with tax fraud from New Jersey. She went to jail. Her husband went to jail. Then Erica's husband was the lawyer that did funny money business, but she didn't know what he was doing in his law firm that she's now been accused of laundering and scheming and all of that she has like 3 pending cases. I did do a video on her recently about having to give up her $750,000 earrings that were a gift from her husband, having to give that over to the court as money towards a case. That's a whole big thing that's going on, but she has 2 other cases that she's pending right now. These housewives seem to get themselves in some trouble. I'll tell you that. They're always in the news. Always. So that's Jen Shah. We will be keeping an eye out on this case. I will be keeping you all up to date on it as it comes. So stay tuned for more Jen Shah news. Now on to our next topic. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about Mr. Ricky Martin. Who doesn't love Ricky Martin? I used to love him back in the day. Well, Ricky Martin has rejected as complete false allegations from an unknown individual that led to Puerto Rican authorities issuing a restraining order against Ricky under the U.S. territory's domestic violence laws. So according to a Puerto Rican newspaper, El Vercho, the unknown petitioner went to the court directly without filing a police complaint after ending a 7-month relationship with Ricky. Now, the newspaper cited a court document as saying Ricky Martin, who's been married to his husband Juan since 2017, had refused to accept the petitioner's decision and continued to make frequent unwanted contact with that person. Now, Ricky did put out a tweet that I will put up for you guys, and he says, "The protection order entered against me is biased on complete false allegations. So I will respond through the judicial process with the facts and the dignity that characterizes me. Because it is an ongoing legal matter, I cannot make detailed statements at this time. I am grateful for the countless messages of solidarity, and I receive them with all my heart. Ricky Martin. Now, when I was looking underneath to see some of the replies, I did find this very interesting. So, this person, Kimber, said, "It is not a coincidence that these allegations are coming out 5 minutes after his former manager sued him. Probably never signed an NDA, and now she's singing like a canary. This is not the Ricky Martin I met at GH, worked with, and adored many years ago. I refuse to believe this is true." So it looks like he's getting sued by a former manager as well. Very interesting stuff. But the Associate Press cited too that police as confirming that the restraining order had been filed under Law 54, which is Puerto Rico's Domestic Abuse Prevention and Intervention Act. Now, there was a statement from Ricky Martin's representatives that said that these were completely false and fabricated. And they also said, "We are very confident that when the true facts come out in the matter, our client, Ricky Martin, will be fully vindicated." So if we keep going, though, according to El Vercho, the newspaper, the court documents say that Ricky Martin and the petitioner separated 2 months ago, but the petitioner does not accept this. In addition, the petitioner has seen him hanging around his residence on at least 3 occasions. The petitioner fears for their safety. So the court forbidden Ricky Martin from approaching, harassing, intimidating, threatening, or in any other way interfering with this petitioner, this person that is to remain nameless at this point. And there is a hearing scheduled for July 21st. So we will be seeing more about this very, very soon. And the former manager, her name is Rebecca Drucker, and she filed a lawsuit with the Los Angeles Central District Court claiming that the singer owes her more than $3 million in unpaid commission. And she had managed Ricky from 2014, 2018, and then later between 2020 to 2022. And she's claiming that she's in absolute turmoil and that this has caused havoc in her life and her career. So we will be seeing that as well, this lawsuit from his former manager. And it seems like Ricky can't catch a break right now. It's kind of sad that there's a lot happening. You haven't heard about any of this? Yeah, I didn't hear about it either until I saw it pop up. And I'm like, what? Why is Ricky Martin saying these are false allegations? Then I looked into it and I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot. And then I saw that he was getting sued. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the poor guy. I mean, so much is happening in Hollywood. There's so many cases going on. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of different cases come to light and see how people really are or who they really aren't. So I have no opinion yet on what's happening with Ricky, because he's saying they're false, and then you have this petitioner who we don't know saying, he's showing up at my house 3 times and I'm scared for my safety, though he has a husband that he's been with since 2017. Yet this person saying that they were with Ricky. It just doesn't make any sense. So I can't wait to hear more about all of this. Oh, it's a lot, guys. Especially the housewives. They're just never ending. I swear. Well, we have how many different franchises now? We have a lot. I do know too that so we have the Ultimate Girls Vacation, which right now is season 2, where they're at Dorit's house in Massachusetts. And it looks like they're already filming a 3rd one. And one of them said, I believe they're in Thailand. Here, let me get that photo for you guys. Because I thought that was interesting too, that they're already filming a 3rd one and they don't even know if this 2nd one is going to do well. I mean, the first one, they were at an exotic beach resort, and the 2nd one, they're in Massachusetts staying at her house. It's okay. But this is what I saw on Housewives Fantic. What are your thoughts on the alleged cast of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip 3 filming set to begin July 17th? And it looks like it's all of these ladies. So we have 2 from Miami, 2 from Salt Lake City. Not sure what the top row are from. I'm assuming the 2 on the right are Atlanta, but I don't remember them. And I want to say the other 2 were older castmates for either Orange County or Beverly Hills. But I'm surprised that Dallas is in there. I know that they aren't doing Dallas anymore, but they have all these ex-wives right now in season 2. So they're bringing back a lot of old people. So it'll be interesting. It's Hollywood. Everything's weird. That is true. That is true. So that is it for all the interesting news that I had found and read about the last couple days. What do you guys think? Gonna have a lot of court cases going on. I know we have the one where the girlfriend slaughtered her boyfriend. That court case is happening. That's going to be a crazy one. That's supposedly going to be a couple months. There's a lot. And then there's a lot happening in the LawTube atmosphere too. So that's been a whole thing happening with uncivil law, and someone made a video mocking his dating thing, and he copyright claimed him, which he has a right to, but people are upset that he copyright claimed somebody. I mean, it's his choice. If they're taking stuff from his channel, he has every right to copyright claim people. But did you see? Yes, I did. And I saw it at 2:30 in the morning when I got up, and I was going to text you back, and I was like, oh my God. Never mind, it's 2:30. You're sleeping now, and you told me not to, that you didn't want to wake me up. And I totally forgot to text you back today. I'm so happy for you, girl. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. Do you know when that's going to happen? And Miranda just did her first collab video too. So you got to check out her channel and check out her first collab video that she did too, which I'm so proud of her and so happy for her. That's a good thing. I'm so happy that you got that and it's approved with no cost, because that That's an amazing thing that it's like it's a good thing that you're getting it with zero cost, because if you had to pay for it, that's a lot. A lot. So I'm very happy for you. I know. I would have. You were worried about waking me up, and then I was worried about waking you up. And then I forgot. I've been getting, so I got this weird text message. Just someone said, hey, from an area code that I did not know. It wasn't a number saved in my phone. And I had been at a 4th of July party, so I thought it was somebody that I had given my number to. So I said hi back. No response after that. Well, today I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different text messages, all saying hi. Just hi. Nothing else. Just hi. Now I've blocked all of them, but it just keeps, a new number keeps coming, a new number keeps coming, new number, different area code, different number. The last one I got, thank you for these new cell phones that have some caller ID to it. It says Paragon Health Services LLC. So that one has a caller ID number attached to it, and it says hi. And I have no idea, because I looked up the area code, and it's Los Angeles. And I'm not in Los Angeles going to a healthcare service, so I don't know if it's some kind of scam, but I thought it was one of my friends, and go figure. Yeah, it's definitely a spoof number for sure, that they're using an actual business number. But it was like one after the other. I was like, oh my God. And all just a simple hi, and you say hi back, and then they just now message you and message you and message you. It was all day, nonstop. Just someone saying hi. And it's like you could block the number. They'll just message you on another number. Different area code, different number. A lot of them are 971 area codes. And then I have ones that are 601, 607, 818, 844. And those are the area codes, it looks like. So they like the 971 area code. Yeah, it sucks. It's like you can block it. So I've blocked all the numbers, but they're using a different number now to say hi. So it's like, okay, so I blocked it. They're just going to use a different number. Well, like I said to you, Pope, I was like, well, I figured I'd say hi, and the person would say, it's your friend, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. At least, tell me I'm getting a free delivery, then I know not to answer. I love those text messages where it's like, you have a UPS delivery, and then you look at it, it's like, I never ordered any of that. And you could tell that it's a scam kind of number. Oh. Yeah, like this one. Where is it? Oh, I get the new ones where it's like emails, like simply 1 cup just before bedtime. It's like, what? There's a new Netflix scam. Uh-oh, tell us about it so we can all be aware. Exactly. It makes you worry to respond. And I knew that. I told my friend, I was like, just text me so I have your number, and thinking it was them, and it wasn't. It could have been a friend or a relative gets a number, and you're just afraid to respond now. Exactly. Yep. It's a text scam. So what is it? Like a free, what do they say? Oh, get a free month of Netflix if you reply. Or check out this new Netflix series with a link. What kind of scam is it? Do you know? I can look it up really quick too. New Netflix spam. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. So he sent me a photo and it says, Netflix, your service has been limited due to the outstanding monthly invoice. See link. And it has a link. And then this one is an email, kind of, that says your Netflix account attached to a certain number has been locked due to a billing error. Please revise your personal information, and it makes it so that you have to click a link. And if you click the link, that's how they scam you and get your information and things like that. So yeah, if you get any of these kind of things where it's like, click this link and you have no idea what the hell they're talking about, do not click the link. Even like the one that I got where it was like, 1 cup just before bed can cut down 51 pounds. Click this link. Don't click the link. I've learned that. I also had another one. Where's the other one that I got? I think it's Snap Rewards. This one says, stick to this for 3 weeks. And then it has a link. I get some weird ones too. This one, hi, my name is Charles. Have you heard about the new American benefits being sponsored by the Green Dot Unlimited Company and empowered by volunteer organizations of the International Monetary Fund? I applied for the benefits and I got a sum of $20,000 in my bank account. This is legit. And they give you a link to click. And there was like, a mass text, there's like 25 numbers attached. Like, no, sorry, not clicking that. I got a lot of text offers from a company called Glassdoor. Glassdoor. Okay. These are all good to know for sure. Yeah, don't click any links. They go directly to a business website. Don't click any links that you don't know. Don't click any links in any emails that you don't know either. It's crazy, the scams that come out with the internet nowadays. It's like all of this technology leads to more and more scams. And that's why I'm kind of interested to see like Jen Shah and her court case, because it was a telemarketer scheme. And they've moved from like telemarketer schemes and scams to like internet scams now. I know Discord, I was telling Miranda, because she sent me something saying, if you see this, don't click on it. Discord has a lot of scams. They will send you a message and it'll say, you know, do you want a year free of Nitro? Do you want this? Or join this server. Don't join any server you do not know. Do not click anything that says a year free of Nitro. I had one where it was like, you can get a year free of Nitro for $10. Me not knowing any better because it said Discord, was like, oh, that's a great fucking deal. And they took $10 for me and then another $10 out of my account the next day. That was like a year ago, but still, these are things that people are doing. Your cousin got hacked on Facebook and they messaged my mom saying, did you hear about the new funds set up to help disabled and elderly Americans? Would you like to learn more? And I just so happened to be, yep. And it's like, how did the hacker know? That's crazy. And I feel like it's like Google sites too, but it's like Google's always listening, because I'll be like thinking, oh, let me look this product up, and somehow, or I'm going to look up this show, and I'm talking with somebody and I'm like, oh, did you check out this show yet? And somehow when I go to put it in Google, it knows what I'm thinking. I feel like they see what you're looking at, searching, things like that, And that's how they pick up on these scams. But that is really weird too. It's like, how did they know that? They try to find out about information about people, and then they go based on that information. It's crazy. And there are people that are trying to stop these scammers. I know one of my favorite channels to watch all the time is Scammer Payback. And he goes after different telemarketer scams and things like that. And he does them live and he does them video format. But the live ones, he will just keep calling different numbers of people that he has gotten scammed to get these scammers, or numbers that he has been working on to find out where these people are, to get inside their computers, to delete all of these people's numbers that they have saved that they know they can scam. And it is, unfortunately, more elderly people. And I worry about my grandmother, who's 95. She has, yes, an iPhone, but she doesn't know much about different scams that are happening, or not to click things in text messages and things like that. It's crazy. You do some scam baiting, that's awesome. We need more people to find out scams and scam bait and stop these scammers from scamming people. You haven't searched any funds or anything for disabled people, so it's like, what the heck? That is really weird, Miranda. It is annoying. That's crazy. That's so crazy. See, you got to check out Scammer Payback, because he has a whole thing where he has the program to go in to their system, to go in, and he knows where to look to delete all the things, or to find out different information on these scammers so he can pass them on to other people to help. Or he's gotten to the point where, like, he's gone so far as the scammers put money in his account and he takes the money out to go transport the money to this person that is going to grab the package, or like, meet this guy at this place and he'll take the money and da 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 da, and it's a whole big thing. Kit Boga is fucking hilarious. I've never heard of him. I'll have to check him out. Definitely star that so I can check that out. I know one of them, he worked with Pope will know the guy, because it was the guy that made the glitter bomb. He knew the guy that made the glitter bomb. I knew Scammer Payback. And Scammer Payback worked with this guy to send, it was supposed to be the box with the money in it, and it was a glitter bomb, and they sent the scammer a glitter bomb that when he opened it up in the car, it like exploded all over his car. It was crazy. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I never heard of them. Well, that's a good thing that you're trying to scam bait them too, Mike. Before my boyfriend's grandfather passed, he had gotten a phone call saying that my boyfriend was in jail in Ohio, which we don't live in Ohio. And thank God that he needed to be bonded out too. And my boyfriend's grandfather called his mother, was like, why is he over here? They're saying that he's in jail. And then his mom called him saying, why are you in jail? And he's like, clearly I'm not if I'm answering my phone. And they were trying to scam my boyfriend's grandfather to sending bond money to get my boyfriend out of jail, which really wasn't my boyfriend, just to get money. And that's a whole nother scam. And it's like, well, how do you know his name? How do you know this? How do you know that? They do a lot. Yeah, Scammer Payback. Yeah, I've watched him for a while now, too. I know you have, too. Yeah, she has some great news. I'm so excited for you. She's getting an awesome surgery that will help so well. And I'm so excited that you will get some relief for once, because I feel so bad all the time. It's like I wish I could take pain away from you and have just some pain on me so you can feel some relief. I'm just happy that you'll be able to do more things and feel better about everything, because it's crazy. I'm so happy for you. I should have just texted you back at 2:30 in the morning. When I read it, I was so excited. I was like, I can't. I'll wake her up. Do you know what day yet? Or is it like you have to go for like the consultation, all of that first? Oh, I know, but it really does, because I wish like even with my mom before she got her hip replacement, it was just like, I wish I could take some of your pain away so you just didn't have to feel it. And I know what you go through, and it's like, I just want you to be happy and be able to just do whatever you want to do. And it's hard when you're in pain and you can't. So I'm happy. I hope this really does help and that this does wonders for you, girl. I'm going to be praying and thinking about you until then. And you know I'll be checking up on you every day after it as well. Don't worry about waking me up, because sometimes, half the time, I'm up late and I'll like fall asleep for like a half hour, then wake up. Fall asleep for maybe another hour, wake up. Sometimes I'm just up till 4 until he leaves, and then I fall asleep. So don't worry about texting me at any hour. You can text me whenever. Eventually, I'll get it. Yeah, I have a hard time getting to sleep as well. Usually, it gets to the point that my ADHD just finally makes me crash. But for the most part, I'm just like, I just keep going and going and going and going till I finally crash. Last night, it was like, I was watching something on TV, and I had really bad shoulder pain, and I don't know what I did to my shoulder. I have no idea. I might have slept on it like weird or something, but it was hurting, and I put ice packs on it, and I just laid there watching this show. It was a movie, and finally I started to feel the ice, and it felt good, and then I fell asleep. And then I woke up. I looked at my phone to see what time, saw Miranda texted me, and I was like, damn. I'm like, I should have, and I was going to set an alarm to remind myself to text you, because I forget. And then I went and made a glass of chocolate milk, went back to bed, and got more ice packs, which helps. My shoulder's feeling better today, but I don't know what I did to it. It was killing me last night. Yeah, and that sucks that like you can't sleep too because of pain. That's the worst. And there's nothing like you can take too. And then if you take too much pain meds, then that's a whole nother thing. And opiates and addiction, and that's just a whole nother battle you don't want to get into. It just sucks. You would think with all this technology and everything that we have, they would have had more stuff and more things for chronic pain. But I feel like they put more into one thing than they do another thing, and they don't care about solving this issue compared to let's make a robot to do this. It's like, no, why can't you fix the thousands, millions, and trillions of people that are in chronic pain in America? Why can't you work on studies there? Why can't you find something that will help chronic pain? I mean, thankfully they're legalizing and doing the medical marijuana, which they're learning more and more about, that helps with the chronic pain. And that's a good thing. Yeah, see? Trying to patiently wait for the medical MJ. Yes. That helps tremendously for so many people in chronic pain. And you would think in our society that would have been something that came first. Oh, the reason why that weed was made illegal to begin with started a long time back with the tree farmers, because hemp, not just the medical portion of it, but the hemp, you can make a lot of things from the hemp plant, especially hemp paper. And it takes how many years for a tree to grow before you can cut it down? Where hemp takes 6 months before you can turn it into something. So it was taking money away from the tree farmers. So that was a big thing. And then it was the whole alcohol or this. And they made alcohol legal and they made weed illegal with everything else that happened from that. There's a lot, though. Yes, Bailey Sarian does do a great thing on it. Yes. And for the boys that don't know about Bailey Sarian, you need to check her out. She's gorgeous. She does do her makeup and talk about some murder mystery stuff, but she does do, yes, the dark history, which is great. She's gorgeous. You could just look at her all day. That's how gorgeous she is. So, you gotta check out Bailey. She's our girl. But yes, so I am going to head out of here. We had a great night tonight. We talked about Miss Kyle Richards, Beverly Hills, Jen Shah of Salt Lake City, and then our Ricky Martin. So check that out if you missed those stories. Those are in the beginning, but we will be doing this every Wednesday night. So it'll be our kickback and chat. So we'll chat in the beginning, talk about things that are happening. And then the last bit will be us just hanging out and just kicking it like we normally do on a Wednesday night. But I'm going to get some ice cream, watch the rest of Real Housewives of Dubai, and then watch the last half hour of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that I missed because I went live, and catch up on all of that crazy television BS. Check out Real Tea with Christy Marie. She covers a lot of Bravo and TLC shows. I'm hoping to do a collab with her, and we're hoping to get AT2 because we're both friends with AT2. That's how we met each other. So trying to get a collab with her, me, AT2, and maybe a couple other people like So Debonair we're going to try to get, and try to just do a little celebrity kind of chat together where we just talk about things that are happening with celebrity news. So it's going to be cool. It's in the works. Can't really tell you too much, but definitely check out Real Tea with Christy Marie. I will put her description, the link in the description below. I can get it real quick before we go, so that way you guys have her link in the chat. Unless Hope or Miranda get it before me because they're that good. She spells it. It's real. It's like reality. That's what it is. Reality, like T-E-A. Got it. I was checking her out. She's awesome. I love her. We've been talking on IG, and I can't wait to hang out with her and work with her. So that's her channel right there. Check her out. Hopefully some great things coming our way. But I love you all. I hope you all have a great night. We will be here for our Friday night game night and Saturday night game night. I know last Saturday I was supposed to do it, and then I ended up going out and shooting off fireworks. And then Sunday I did the same thing. And I was supposed to do it Sunday, and then last minute my friend's like, just come up and shoot some fireworks. And then we had a blast. So I sent some Snapchats to Pope. He saw on how unsafe we were, but we had fun, and that's all that matters. Don't light fireworks off and expect that they're not going to go up, because sometimes they don't go up. Sometimes they fall over and they explode everywhere. So be careful. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. We will be here, though, Friday and Saturday. We will be here every Wednesday for this new addition to the channel. And check out all the other future videos that I'll post. Check out Miranda. Check out Mike. Check out Christy Marie. Check out AT2. Check out everybody that I mentioned tonight. And I will see you all very soon. Have a great night, everybody. Love ya.